Hi friends! Join us as we delve into part 8 of the timeless legend, The Story of Hiawatha, an illustration by Robert Smith, from The Song of Hiawatha, by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Part 8. Spring. In his lodge beside a river, close beside a frozen river, sat an old man, sad and lonely. White his hair was as a snowdrift, dull and low his fire was burning. And the old man shook and trembled, in his tattered white skin wrapper, hearing nothing but the tempest, as it roared along the forest, seeing nothing but the snowstorm, as it whirled and hissed and drifted. All the coals were white with ashes, and the fire was slowly dying, as a young man, walking lightly, at the open doorway entered, red with blood of youth his cheeks were, soft his eyes, as stars in springtime, bound his forehead was with grasses, bound and plumed with scented grasses. On his lips a smile of beauty, filling all the lodge with sunshine. In his hand a bunch of blossoms, filling all the lodge with sweetness. "Ah, my son!" exclaimed the old man, "happy are my eyes to see you. Sit here on the mat beside me. Sit here by the dying embers. Let us pass the night together. Tell me of your strange adventures, of the lands where you have traveled. I will tell you of my prowess, of my many deeds of wonder." From his pouch he drew his peace pipe, very old and strangely fashioned. Made of red stone was the pipe head, and the stem a reed with feathers. Filled the pipe with bark of willow, placed a burning coal upon it, gave it to his guest, the stranger, and began to speak in this wise: "When I blow my breath about me, when I breathe upon the landscape, motionless are all the rivers. Hard as stone becomes the water." And the young man answered, smiling, "When I blow my breath about me, when I breathe upon the landscape, flowers spring up o'er all the meadows, singing, onward rush the rivers. When I shake my hoary tresses," said the old man, darkly frowning, "all the land with snow is covered. All the leaves from all the branches fall and fade and die and wither, for I breathe, and lo! They are not. From the waters and the marshes rise the wild goose and the heron, fly away to distant regions, for I speak, and lo! They are not. And where'er my footsteps wander, all the wild beasts of the forest hide themselves in holes and caverns, and the earth becomes as flint stone. When I shake my flowing ringlets," said the young man softly laughing, "showers of rainfall warm and welcome, plants lift up their heads rejoicing. Back unto their lakes and marshes come the wild goose and the heron. Homeward shoots the arrowy swallow, sing the bluebird and the robin. And where'er my footsteps wander, all the meadows wave with blossoms, all the woodlands ring with music, all the trees are dark with foliage." While they spake, the night departed. From his shining lodge of silver, like a warrior robed and painted, came the sun, and said, "Behold me." Then the old man's tongue was speechless. And the air grew warm and pleasant, and upon the wigwams sweetly sang the bluebird and the robin, and the stream began to murmur. And a scent of growing grasses, through the lodge was gently wafted. And Segwun, the youthful stranger, more distinctly in the daylight, saw the icy face before him. It was Bo in the winter. From his eyes, the tears were flowing as from melting lakes the streamlets. and his body shrunk, and dwindled, as the shouting sun ascended, till into the air, it faded, till into the ground, it vanished. And the young man saw before him, on the hearthstone of the wigwam, where the fire had smoked and smouldered, saw the earliest flower of springtime. Thus it was that in the Northland, after that unheard of coldness, came the spring with all its splendor, all its birds and all its blossoms, all its flowers and leaves and grasses. In the thickets and the meadows piped the blue-bird, the owisa. On the summit of the lodges sang the okchi, the robin. In the covert of the pine trees cooed the omimi, the pigeon. And the sorrowing Hiawatha, speechless in his infinite sorrow, heard their voices calling to him, went forth from his gloomy doorway, stood and gazed into the heaven, gazed upon the earth and waters. End of Part 8. Thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed Part 8 of the audiobook, The Story of Hiawatha, illustrations by Robert Smith, from The Song of Hiawatha, by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Please watch the next episode. Do not forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe to the video. Visit our channel, www.youtube.com/@weaversnest. For more information, visit the website, www.weaversnest.org.